Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Very happy to have Nomad Steve back on the channel. He's with Nomad RVs here in Lakewood, New Jersey. Today he's going to give us a tour of his latest creation, so join us.
Hey Patrick, appreciate being back on. This is a brand new model we're showing for the first time. This is on a 2022 Mercedes Sprinter 170 two-wheel drive. On the outside, we're doing a 13-foot Fiamma awning. There is a flatline Vanco roof rack up there that's holding 525 watts of solar, also holding the awning. And then up there too is the max air fan and a Dometic 12-volt air conditioning. Starting from driver's seat back, you'll see a strap here. That's where we're going to be able to store your tabletop for when you're traveling. You have an 80-liter stainless steel refrigerator from Dometic with freezer. As always, venting on top to keep the refrigerator running for a long time. Above the refrigerator, you have a decent sized space here. You can do all, any prep work or anything you're trying to take from the fridge to make a quick meal inside your microwave that we're including up top. You're also going to have your switches. So you got your main switch on dimmers for all your lights in the main area. And then you have a dimmer switch for your shower in case you want to set the mood in there. And as always, additional power sources and then your inverter switch. Moving behind that, you have a 24 by 36 inch shower, which we're going to be considered a wet bath because there's a cassette toilet in this one. You can also do a composting toilet, dry flush, or no toilet if you didn't need one. This is obviously hot and cold water. You have your retractable shower door, so that there's plenty of room inside for you. Moving behind that is going to have your split booth. So that is 35 inches wide. That's going to come with 4-inch high density memory foam. And always Sunbrella indoor-outdoor fabric for easy cleaning. And you're going to be able to turn that into a bed for additional sleeping too. You'll see on the passenger side, we did one seatbelt on this, so this is a sleeps 3 unit. We could do an additional seatbelt on the driver's side if need be, and then there's always like a Luna Life mattress or other sleeping options for the front cab area too. Inside the driver's side, you have basically full storage. There is the wheel well there that's boxed out, but it's pretty deep storage for bulky items. And then you also have a lot of storage inside the passenger side and also your shutoff valves for your sink. So on this portion of the galley, you have plenty of outlets, power sources for anything you need. You have your water pump and water heater, as long as your dump valve. We'll talk more about that when we get outside. You have your residential faucet. Nice little sink. This faucet can swing outside if need be, even though there is an outdoor shower. You have a flip-up countertop extension for additional prep space and anything needed. Inside this cabinet, you have a 5-gallon gray tank that's specific to the kitchen sink. You also have your induction single burner cooktop storage area. And then we gave you 3 deep drawers. On all these models, it's going to come with the AMA sliding window. So this, you're able to open the glass, get some air in. You're able to open the screen and hand something out to somebody without opening up the entire door if you ever wanted to. Moving down to the floor, we're always going to come with a waterproof vinyl flooring. Below that is 3/4 inch plywood, and below that is 1/2 inch insulation. On the walls you have Thinsulate. That is double layer everywhere. Also in the ceiling you have the Thinsulate. This one has the optional clear coated cedar ceiling. You can do shiplap and paint it white. You can do a different color walls if need be, to give yourself a little bit of a style difference than other people. You have your max air fan here. We are now doing covers for all the windows included on any build that we do and sell. So these are all from Van Essentials. They are insulated and they're blackout. They just magnet back up, and we're doing all, again, the front windows, sliding door window, and your rear windows, all going to come standard from us when you buy a van model from us. Moving to the back, we have a queen bed, so it's an RV short. We got 60 by 75. We're able to do that because we'll show you the extension pods on the outside when we get there. You have a decent sized cabinet, I believe it's about 30 inches above that bench. You have a little storage shelf up there too. That's going to be a great spot for your phone because those night lights have USB so you can charge at night. You also have your controller right next to your bed for your heater, so you can break the cold. You can set those on different timers too anyway if you didn't want to always have to turn it on and off for yourself. Moving over to the passenger side, you'll see that's where the Dometic RTX 2000 air conditioning is. You know, close to the bed, but not, you know, going to freeze you out. The vents point forward. You know, those are adjustable anyway. It'll keep you plenty cool. And then you have 7.5 feet of cabinet space above my head for all your clothes, you know, kitchen items, so on and so forth. Now let's head outside. We'll talk about capacities in this unit. So there's a 25-gallon fresh tank. We mentioned the separate 5-gallon gray tank for the sink and a 20-gallon gray tank for your shower. There's 600 amp hours of lithium, 3,000 watt inverter, and of course with the 525 watts of solar, you have your MPPT. It's a 50 amp controller there. There's a 60 amp DC to DC when you're driving, and as always on these, they're going to come with shore power too, just in case. Moving to the back, where the bed area is, you'll see these nicely bed lined. Nothing's going to happen to these. These are your pods. So these have 1-inch thick insulation in them from the factory that we carpet on the inside. We get these bed lines from the factory too. That's going to give you your full depth there. Here you can see what a rear window cover looks like. Like I said, it's coming for all your windows. This comes in the cool gray or a darker gray. As you move to the garage area, you'll see this piece here. This piece here is how you're going to make your bed in the front there in your booth if you want that additional sleeping area. You're also going to see where the S-Bar S2D2 heater is. That auto adjusts to 10,000 feet. Great if you want to go skiing and stuff. So you'll see we shoot heat into the back and into the front. That's because we slat the bed. That's going to give you a warm bed so you don't have a cold garage. On top of that, if you went skiing, snowboarding, for me, I'm more of like a tuber type person. I can sit down and slide. That you can put anything wet, ski gloves, all your jackets and stuff, and dry it as you're going back. You have 36 inches wide, that's standard. Your depth is about 58 inches wide, also standard. Your height on this one, and this model, is 31 inches. We can build the bed higher if you were to pre-order something and you wanted this model and you wanted to fit, you know, bicycles and stuff like that. I'm more of an e-bike folding type person, so I got plenty of storage. Here you have your gravity fill for your 25-gallon tank. Behind this deck hatch, that is your shower head for this outdoor shower. Hooks right in, it's all one hose. Also behind there is your low point drain for your all your tanks and all your water systems, and your shutoff valves for this unit itself. In the back, there's also another deck port. That's going to get you to your bypass valves. Us in the Northeast, it's starting to get cold. That's when you're going to bypass the hot water heater after you drain everything, so you can run antifreeze through it and keep your unit winterized. You have always an LED light inside the garage. Up here, is because of 13-foot awning, you have to have a center brace that gets put on after the awning's open, and this is your pole to open your manual awning. Driver's side, you'll see giant hatch that gets you to all your main items. You know, all your shut-off switches, main fuses for your Lynx distributor that fuses all your big components, so on and so forth. Super easy access. Another port back there, the deck hatch, that's going to get you to your 12-volt fuse panel. That's all your individual fuses, lights, night lights, water pumps, so on and so forth. Always venting, keep your electronics cool, things can get warm in there. Below that, there's lights. Left side does your left one, right side does your right cabinetry. And then this here is an on-off because the gray tank outside has a heater pad. It's already thermostat. I can leave that on. It's actually not doing anything because it's not cold enough. When it gets below 40 degrees, it's going to turn on, it's going to heat itself up and turn itself off. As you work around to the driver's side, all our models are going to come standard now with shore power. We provide a dog bone, so you can go from the 30 to your regular extension cord. The reason we do this type of shore power is because we can screw it on. It's nice and secure, unlike the 110s that kind of just push in. And then behind that, we're now doing the solar port. You'll see that in a lot of RVs that say solar ready. Obviously, we said we have 525 watts of solar on this unit, but we're going to do an additional solar port. You want to put another 400 or so watt, folding panel, so you can park this in the shade, leave the air on, but you're not producing power because you're in the shade. Well, now you can hook up to there, run your solar panels out to the sun, and keep the van cooler, and not have everything working that much harder. You'll see below here, that's your exhaust for your S-Bar S2D2, and then underneath here, is your gray tank for your shower. Now that ball valve that we mentioned in the kitchen, you know, it's gonna leak out the front, drain out the front, but there's also an attachment so you can run a garden hose so you can, you know, dump properly. Patrick, always appreciate being on the channel. You can check us out on our website, nomadrvs.com, or super easy, it's on Instagram, nomad_RVs.
Steve, always a pleasure to have you on the channel. I love checking out all your creations. Well, this is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. We'll see you soon.